How much do you believe that the more disciplined you are about your goals, the closer you will be to your dream life? I believe that discipline is the key to success, and I have a good guess that you probably think the same thing as well. At least that's the type of people I want to attract to my channel. People that know that they need to put in the work to get what they want. And I think that's why it's such a buzzword to use the word discipline, because it really is what's going to get you the life that you desire. Yet so many people struggle with it. And I don't want to say that I don't, but I have come to a point in my life where discipline has become easy. And when people actually describe me, like as what type of person that I am, they say often that I work hard and that I am disciplined. And how did I get to this point? This is something that I want to share with you today. I think people believe that about myself because I'm a professional soccer player, which already requires a lot of discipline and hard work, but I don't just settle for that. I am constantly invested in self-development and also providing free value online. That's all I spend my time on. And it's not easy in a way, but it is because I am disciplined. So I want to try to give you a piece of advice that's going to allow you to change your perspective so that you can become disciplined as well. So here's the truth. I am not a perfect human being. I know. Crazy, right? I am not perfect. And I'm saying that not that you thought that I was perfect, but sometimes when people look at other people like me that have it figured out, they think that we are constantly, consistently disciplined 24/7, when it is not the reality. I make tons of mistakes. I am not always consistent. But there is one consistency in my life, is that I never give up. Every time that I have failed from the beginning of my self-improvement journey, trying to be disciplined and develop, I have always picked myself back up and tried again. I have been aware of this self-improvement era since 2016. It was an ex-boyfriend that I dated. He was 2 years older and he kind of like opened this path for me, and it opened new doors for me. And I was always kind of like curious about this realm, but it wasn't really clear in my mind. But that's when I started reading self-improvement books. That's when I started meditating. This was like almost 10 years ago. And even though I've been trying to implement new habits in my life, when I first started, I sucked. I failed. But you know what I didn't do? Quit. It's only over a long period of time that I have now been able to embody the trait of being a disciplined person. It's not from me trying my first year in 2016 and then feeling like I'm the most disciplined person ever. It's almost been 10 years in the making. So the key thing here is, if you want to change who you are, which is at times lazy, that is often inconsistent, and that always wishes to be more disciplined, this is what you need to know. You need to commit to this disciplined journey for a long time. There is no shortcut to this. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to be disciplined doing a new thing. It doesn't matter what it is. On the first day, you get it perfectly right. And the second day, you don't. So you're 50% efficient. But let's spread it out over a week. Maybe over a whole week, you end up doing 2 out of 7 days of being disciplined. That makes you 29% efficient. By the end of that week, you have 2 options. Option 1 is to feel bad about yourself, to start feeling, oh my God, I'm not a disciplined person, or this is so hard, or I'm never going to make it. And then start believing that you won't ever achieve what you want to achieve because you are not disciplined. The other option is that you look at your week, be proud of those 2 days that you actually did right, and then ask yourself what happened on the other days that made you lack discipline. That is the only thing that you need to do. And then when you learn from that week, you go on to the following week, and maybe you do 3 out of 7 days, or maybe you do again 2. It doesn't matter, but you try again. And then at the end of the week, you ask yourself the same question. What did you do well? What did you not do well? And what are you going to do about it? Over a long period of time, maybe 6 months, you're going to end up being 4, 5 days out of 7 where you're consistent, where you're disciplined. But that takes time. For the first few months, you did not quit. And that's what allowed you to be more disciplined over time. And I say 6 months, but sometimes it can take you a year. It can take you 2 years. It doesn't matter. You need to commit to the long term. I have a good feeling that you might be quite young as well. And if that's you, you have such an amazing opportunity to try things, to fail. Like, it's so not risky for us when we're young to try new things and realize that we have the opportunity to make mistakes because we can always bounce back because we have time in front of us. For people that are a bit older, they might not have as much time, but they do have experience and they can learn faster than we do, hopefully. But regardless, being disciplined is a skill, and you need to honor that. You need to honor the fact that it takes time to build. It is a privilege to be disciplined. It is something that you have worked for. It is not meant for everyone because not everyone is willing to put in the work to become that type of person. And one thing that you have to get out of your mind is that you will never be 7 out of 7 consistent. You will never be 100% consistent. And how can I be so sure about that? Well, number one, life is unpredictable. Life is chaotic. You might be perfect for a week, but to be always, all the time perfect with your discipline is impossible because that's just how nature works. It is meant to be chaotic. It is meant to change. It is meant to shift your priorities because you cannot control everything, and that's okay. And the other thing is, maybe you are 7 out of 7 perfect and you're like, oh, I can always do this. But if you're 7 out of 7 perfect, being disciplined, doing something, at that point, it has become a habit. You don't need to be disciplined to do that. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. It has become a habit. You're not proud that you're disciplined brushing your teeth every day. It's just something that you do. If you're almost feeling like it's so easy to be disciplined, you're not really challenging yourself anymore. And when you're not challenging yourself, you're not growing. And what's the point to not grow? I feel like we all have a personal responsibility to reach our potential. This is the gift that we have been given to be on this earth, to be able to reach our full potential. We are so lucky to be able to do that. I think everyone has that desire. And if you want to reach your potential, you have to always challenge yourself. So you'll always have this sort of friction when you're trying to learn something new, when you're trying different things. And that will make you inconsistent. You will always have periods of your life where it's going to be a struggle. Being disciplined is a struggle. So I want you to realize that even though I'm a professional athlete, I'm in the top 1%, I still struggle with discipline. I still struggle with being consistent. But because I have never given up, I have proof over a long period of time that if you look at the big picture, I am a disciplined person. Because maybe one week I was 3 out of 7. Maybe another week I was 7 out of 7. But over time, it has built up and it's gotten easier, and I have been more disciplined in the grand scheme of things. So if you stretch it out, I am a disciplined person. But if you look at specific pinpoints, or if your data is only a week, you can never really feel that proof that you're disciplined because you just haven't given it the proper time. So please just believe that if you put in the work and you always keep trying, you will see results. You will see yourself make progress. And that will make you confident and it will keep you going. The reason why I feel like I've never given up is because I was so in tune with the progress that I was making, even the micro progress, being aware of that, it was giving me signs that I was on the right path. And if you pay attention, you will see the signs that you are doing the right thing. So just trust your gut, believe in yourself. Whatever dream that you have has been given to you for a reason. No one gave you that dream, but this higher power or this, I can't even explain it, but it has been given to you for a reason because you were meant to go after it. So just trust that you can get there because you have it for a reason. You're the only one that is robbing you from getting there. And it's because you quit when you aren't the perfect human being that you think that you should be. So if there's one thing I want you to commit to is to always learn from what you do. If you always keep this curious mindset and don't judge yourself, but look at what has happened and try to find solutions on how to change what you do for changing the outcome of your life, that's all you can do. You really don't have to be great from the start. You just have to commit to this long-term journey of trial and error, and eventually things will work out. Give it time and just trust. Okay, this was a shorter video. I just hope that it was exactly what you needed. All right, I love you so much, and I will see you very soon in a new video. Mwah.